fossil fuels, but more importantly, why we should use alternative energies. Alright, you may be asking yourself, what's a fossil fuel? Well, to explain that, my friends, fossil fuels are hydrocarbons such as coal, oil, and natural gas sourced from organic remains of prehistoric organisms. So like dead dinosaurs that got buried under lots of layers of dirt and rock, they decompose and turned into energy sources. When these fuels are burnt, the energy released can be harnessed to produce electricity, can power vehicles, heat homes, cook food, and it can just do so much more than just that. They are also needed in the production of important materials such as plastics. Fossil fuels. Here's an oil rig that pumps the oil out of the ground. There are many of these all over North Dakota and a bunch of oil. Here's a nice oil rig out in the middle of the sea. Sometimes getting oil out of the sea can be quite dangerous. Sometimes there can be leaks and it can kill millions upon millions of fish and other aquatic wildlife. But there are many different reasons pertaining to why a person should use alternative energies rather than using fossil fuel food are used to using. Some people may be against using the various types of alternative energies, but I'm all for it. There are many different types of alternative energies that are already being put into use. Geothermal, which is ground heated basic stuff. Then there's wind, like big solar wind towers and solar thermal and solar cells. There's some of the main energies that are being tested at the moment and being upgraded and whatnot. Right up here we have some wind turbines, if you'd please look at the board. There are also many of these up in North Dakota. One of the main reasons why we should start using alternative energies is because we are already running out of these fossil fuels that we're accustomed to using. You may ask yourself, how much fossil fuel does an average American use? How much does the fossil fuels account for in all of the world? Well, fossil fuels currently account for 83% of the U.S. energy supply, which is less than 80% of the world's energy supply. So we obviously rely on using them way too much. Even with a lot of positive features to using different alternative energies, there are also some drawbacks to using them as well. One of the energies with a lot of drawbacks is ethanol. Ethanol's energy density is 2/3 the amount of gasoline, which means cars that use ethanol would need much larger tanks to go as far as cars that use gas. Ethanol also uses a lot of water to make. In fact, it takes 1,700 gallons of water to make 1 gallon of ethanol. Even though most of the water is used for growing the corn itself, that's still a lot of water to produce 1 gallon. Here's ethanol. It's created from corn. And when it's refined, it kind of looks like this, kind of liquid form here. And there's the refinery in the background. Although there are some drawbacks to manufacturing and using alternative energies, I believe it'll be the main energy in the future once we get a lot more research developed into it. With fossil fuels being used more and more every day, there's really no other choice than to actually start using some different types of energy. Thank you very much for listening to my speech, and I really hope I persuaded you into using these different types of alternative energies that I explained and learned a lot from my speech. So have a great day.